Hi, I'm Claudia Brown Coulter with Pivotal Peace. I am your go-to mediator for families who are navigating divorce while parenting children with special needs, and I'm also a legal document assistant, LDA, in the greater Los Angeles area. So today we're talking about what happens after I file for divorce. First of all, can you file? Please? Sometimes people call me and be like, okay, we're going to settle everything and we're going to do all of our divorce and then we'll file. Or, oh no, we've been working with this mediator for months. And once everything is done, then we're going to file for divorce. You know what? I'm going to come to mediation after we've agreed on everything. Why? Why would you do that? That makes no sense. That don't make no sense. That means you probably don't need a mediator. Those people did need a mediator. For real. Okay, so let's talk about it. You want to file, especially here in California, because it takes 6 months before the court will even be like, okay, cool, you divorced. And if you file in Los Angeles and you get all your paperwork in a timely manner, the court will process it quickly, but it'll still be like, but you ain't divorced yet. You still got to wait your 6 months. Your paperwork will be done, and that's the best part. But if you're going to work on your divorce, you might as well get it started. So when you file for divorce, you've got to fill out this paperwork. And then you have to serve your spouse. So then this is what we're talking about. What happens next? What happens after I file? Well, you have to give your spouse 30 days to file a response. Will they answer your divorce petition? Will they file their own response? And I said it in a previous video that they could go. I've seen cases where it's been like a year, 2 years later, the divorce is still going on. There's no lawyers involved. They haven't filed for a default. And the judge is like, sure, respondent, you can file into the case. So you have to wait 30 days. And then it's up to the judge to decide if they're going to allow the other person to file into the case later on. But for sure, you can't do nothing during that 30 days to finalize your divorce in terms of turning in your paperwork. I've also had people say, okay, so it's been 30 days, so am I done? Or we started this divorce 6 months ago. Are we automatically done? No. There are steps to go through. This is why I like to say, it's so easy to get married. It is so hard to get divorced. You make one stop. You go get that marriage license, you're done. Get married, mail it in, you're done. There is so much more involved with a divorce. So you filed, your spouse has been served. You need to do your financial disclosures. That is required in every county in this state. In all of the states in California, as a petitioner, you are required to file your financial disclosures. If your spouse decides to file a response, they will also be required to file their financial disclosures. In some counties, if they don't file a response, then the county does not require them to file their disclosures, like in San Francisco or in Riverside. But in other counties, whether they file a response or not, the county is like, no, you need to serve and file your financial disclosures. Some counties down here are like Los Angeles, Orange, San Bernardino, San Diego. Whether you file a response or not, you need to file those financial disclosures. Then you need to finish your divorce paperwork. You need to let the court know, okay, so this is what we've agreed upon. This is how we are going to settle our estate and dissolve our marriage. So nothing magically happens after you file for divorce. You have to finish the paperwork. And this is where people get hung up. Sometimes people get hung up in just personalities. There's clashes. There's high conflict. But for amicable couples who know we're getting a divorce, this is what we're going to do. We don't agree on everything, but we're going to work it out. They get hung up on the financial disclosures. You can get your paperwork done sooner rather than later. While you're waiting for that 30 days, before you can officially file for default and wrap up your divorce, it'll still take 6 months before you're technically divorced. But this is the perfect time to get those financial disclosures filled out, served to your spouse, get all the supporting documents to your spouse, file those with the court. This is the perfect time to mediate your divorce, figure out whatever else you haven't agreed upon. It's 30 days. That's a lot of time to then sit down with your spouse, get on the mediator's calendar, and settle any other issues. And then get those terms into your divorce settlement agreement, into those paperworks and those forms, so that the court can be like, oh, cool, check. Okay, as of this date, you are going to be restored to single status. So the takeaway today is nothing magical happens. You still have to do the work. But are you the type of person who, once you get ahead of steam, you're just like, let's get it all done now? Then do that. Get it all done. You got that energy, you burning that midnight oil, work on those financial disclosures. Give me a rough draft of those so then I can look over them, put them together for you in the format that the court will accept. Get your approval on them, and then we can get you to sign and date it. Get that done. Do not procrastinate. Are you someone who's like, I get courage to do this and then I lose my courage? Well, when you have courage, do a little bit more. Or maybe you're like, I have the energy now, and then the energy goes away. When the energy comes back, do it. If you forget, then schedule that time. Because this is about you and a new life. This is about you and freedom. So the sooner you can get that paperwork done and get it to me, the sooner I can get it served to your spouse, the sooner we can get that filed in court, the sooner you get to be single again. All right. If you found this content helpful and useful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if you have any questions or comments, drop them in the chat. Thank you for joining me on Start Your Divorce Thursday, and we'll talk about step 1 again next Thursday. Have a great day.